you was the only American one that was doing submission back in the. Where did you learn that from? Because only like Horace Gracie was doing, he was submitting people. Where did you learn this from?
Well, see, I was 3 years prior to the UFC coming to the States, which is in 93. I was over in Japan in 89, 90, 91, 92. And so I was studying all of that stuff over there. And so when they did this, I was looking at it going, damn, like they're literally close. We didn't do it. When you hit the ground, there was no punching. It was all straight rope escapes or submissions. Yeah. Stand up was all the striking. And so when they showed that, I was like, dude, they're going to let me just beat the crap on somebody on the ground. Like I literally take them down and beat them down. And I was like, I want to do that. And there was a conflict because I was the champion. I literally had beaten Funaki for the title. And so I had captured, and then 3 days prior to me going to do the show in Denver, because I never thought this was going to be real when they said no holds barred.
UFC 1?
It's UFC 1. Like I was like, this ain't happening. There's no way. They have rules and regulations. No way this is going to happen. So I'm like, okay, this is bullshit. But I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to do it, right? So I go over to Japan and I fight Fouquet to defend my title, and I end up hitting him with a knee, knock him out with 2 or 3 minutes into the fight. And so we jump on a plane, Funaki, a doctor, and the guy I knocked out, Fouquet, they came with me to the fight. And the whole time I'm like, we're going to get there. They're going to pull us aside. Okay, this is how it's going to work. Because like, this is the U.S. You just don't do those things, right? You can't do that. And so we get to it, and they do the press conference, so-called press conference, probably about 10 reporters there. Nobody knew anything about it. And they do this punching thing and everybody's showing off. And I'm looking around and I'm just like thinking to myself, who are these guys? I don't know any of these guys. The only person I knew was Gerard Godot, because he fought over in K1. He was in Japan, so I knew he was from there. Okay, and I literally thought that's my competition, and I was like, I'm going to destroy him because he's got one dimension, and he's a striker, and that's it. So I'm thinking I'm going to destroy him, and I'm looking around the rest of it, and I don't know anybody else. And so I remember seeing Hoist walk up. And I was like, and he's probably, I mean, they always lie about their weight, right? The guy's an inch taller than me. His shoulders were wider than mine. So he's probably about 180, right? 180, 190, somewhere around there. And he's walking around and he's got this gi on. And I'm like, and my whole life growing up, when I see somebody walking around with a gi on, I'm like, jabroni. It's like, why do you walk around wearing a gi? And so he comes in and I'm thinking to myself, what an idiot. This kid's going to get hurt, because he looked young too.
Jabroni.
Yeah. And so he comes in and it's like, literally, I just had no respect. I just thought, boy, and I felt bad because I thought this kid's going to get hurt. And he goes in there, man. And I remember I actually won my first fight, and then I'm going against him. I'm like, and I watched him in the first one. He fought Art Jimerson, who had one glove on. Art was confused, like, hey, bro, bare knuckle. Glove helps you, does not help you. So we ended up going there. Next thing I know, Hoist is choking me with the gi. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, shit. I just got my ass handed me, the guy walking around in a gi.